Okay, good. Um, what impact has this intervention unleashed, and in what areas can we observe it? For example, at the tourist cultural level, etc.
I think one of the most impact things that have like the HMO was a cultural one, because
Mm-hmm.
people started to attend more to that town in Spain to see that. Even though it was like the church is like has a cultural heritage from that village, actually like you can see that there was lines super big in order to see them. So I think that was the one that increased the most.
Mm. And why has it become a phenomenon?
I think because in a way, as a I don't know, like a inspection at the beginning, but then tends to starting doing memes, for example, merchandise. So when the people started doing those things, like it's getting known more, and I think
Mm.
eventually you're even more about like the art piece. I think because of that things, for example, our TikToks, whatever, it's like okay, there's a must, and yeah, became a phenomenon, and you want to
Mm.
go there. So I think that's why.
Mm. And what was the response from professional restorers?
As a as a professional one that I study, because I know there's careers for restorations and arts, whatever. Of course, they said like there was super grown of like the girl that did it, but in a way, it's art. So for me, if you ask it like a normal person that didn't study it, doesn't have to be grown or bad, because at the end, art is art. So it's like expression of yourself. So I don't think it's like that bad.
Mm. And did any heritage protection authority pronounce on the matter?
Well, if you see it like as an architecture, yes, I think yes should has taken. For example, if you see it here I'm from Mexico, so for example, you can see it in a very village or Christian churches or whatever. Of course, like a mural, yeah, of course. But I think about talking that specific culture that is not that new, and I don't think that like has like that cultural I mean, I don't think like was already cultural heritage, maybe because of the old times, but it's not like a as Italian church or a Mexican one that has like already passed that time that is meant. So I don't think so.
And what actions were taken then?
Well, I think she had like all the charges for doing that, but at the end, I think was better because at the end was like a new attraction for the people. So I think it's better in that way.
Mm. And in your opinion, could the result of the event be considered part of that place identity?
Yeah, I think that are those are the ones things that change eventually. Like was like as a mistake, but then giving you as like new things to recover. Yes, I think yes. What I for example, what I can suggest, I don't have any example right now in mind, but I know that happens a lot. Even for example with food. For example, here in Guadalajara, and there is a bolillo in which is like a cultural heritage of Tapatio food. It's like a torta ahogada. So it started because it was like a mistake of a French cuisine that wanted to do a baguette, but at the end did it like super grown and came with the idea of bolillo that is only from Guadalajara. So I think,
Mm.
for example, the people now start attending to get torta because it's like a typical dish from here, from Jalisco. So I think as that is another example of a cultural heritage that was a mistake, but eventually came like a heritage, so the people wants to go there.
Mm. And what reasons and attributes could you list for considering this intervention as heritage or not? And then could you make a list of like pros and cons?
Well, so I think I said before, but like, I will suggest, for example, if has like a do again another restoration or whatever, maybe yes, you need to do a research in order to know if like a cultural heritage or no by UNESCO, whatever. So I think even though about outside of Spain, that was the case there. I think every village or church or painting, whatever, if it's like a cultural heritage, yeah, maybe you can check out if it's by professional. But at the end, for example, if it's like a mural or whatever, I don't think has to be like that conscious about it because, as I said, like the art is art, so it's an expression.
Mm. And like if you would conclude it to a pros and cons.
Well, the things about pros, I everyone can make art. Everyone can do like that expression. So I think it's like a pro. At the end, like just an interpretation could be like new piece of art. The cons, if it's like something that has value, maybe yeah, you're going to lose that historical value. So wouldn't count as should be all. But at the end, as it's new something new, it's also like part of its history. So yeah.
Mm. Good. Thank you.
Thank you, Tila.